Honourable the Minister of Home Affairs.
Madam Deputy Speaker, digital transformation provides our country with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to leapfrog into the future. While countries like Brazil, India and Estonia have long embraced digitalization to overcome their problems, South Africa has continued to use manual, paper-based systems dating from the previous century and allowed digital platforms that do exist to decay. The Democratic Alliance therefore welcomes the President's embrace of digital transformation in his State of the Nation address. But this must include urgent regulatory reform to the monopoly held by the state information technology, which suffocates technological innovation. If this can be achieved, then the President's announcement indeed creates an opportunity for our country to not only leapfrog into the digital age, but also to harness digital transformation to achieve the apex priority of the Government of National Unity, which is to grow the economy and create jobs. This is our opportunity to re-engineer government itself, where the paperwork, the queues and the fraud is replaced by secure online systems available at a touch, as the President aptly put it. At the heart of achieving all of this sits Home Affairs. The key to digitalizing government is the creation of a user-friendly digital identity system that is biometrically secured against fraud. Honourable members, just think about the possibilities. A secure digital ID for every person can eliminate fraudulent payments of social grants and NSFAS funding, make identity theft a thing of the past, create a secure digital wallet for IDs, passports, driver's licenses, educational certificates and other official documents, and enhance the power of the South African passport. Madam Deputy Speaker, these changes will not happen overnight, but we are working flat out to enable all of this through our vision to deliver Home Affairs at home. In terms of this vision, and in addition to building the first components for digital ID, over the next 12 months, the Department of Home Affairs, the Border Management Authority and Government Printing Works will collectively pursue the following priority reforms. Firstly, and for the first time, we will introduce the option to have IDs and passports securely delivered to the doorsteps of our clients in the same way that banks already deliver debit and credit cards. Secondly, we will engage with banks and retailers to dramatically expand the successful pilot project that delivers Home Affairs services in some bank branches. This project works, but has been limited to only 30 branches for the past decade. I now want to expand it to hundreds or even 1,000 bank branches to enhance access and inclusion and ensure that South Africans in both urban and rural areas can visit their local bank branch to get a new ID or passport. Thirdly, also as part of expanding access and inclusion, we are working to ensure that every person who is legally entitled to a smart ID is able to get one by fixing the IT block that currently still forces naturalized citizens and permanent residents to use the less secure green ID books. And finally, as the President announced, we want to introduce an electronic travel authorization system to begin automating the visa process through machine learning and AI. At the heart of these reforms is a mindset shift that recognizes that data is the currency of the future and that it is the individual that owns their own data. After all, it is your ID, your passport, and your child's birth certificate. This means that the job of government is not to act as a centralized gatekeeper. Instead, just like the job of a bank is to secure your savings while still granting you access to your own money, Home Affairs is the custodian of data, and our job is to ensure decentralized, secure, and efficient access for our clients to their own data. Finally, Madam Deputy Speaker, I want to acknowledge that South Africans are tired of empty promises. That is why I conclude my remarks today with an announcement that shows how Home Affairs under the GNU is indeed turning words into action. Bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., our brand new digital portal for the Trusted Tour Operator Scheme will go live. Through this portal, vetted tour operators vetted tour operators will immediately be able to submit group visa applications to bring many more tourists from India and China to visit beautiful South Africa. This process has been digitalized from beginning to end, and tourists will no longer fill out a single form or stand in a single queue. To illustrate the scale of the change, before TITOS was created, there were only 2 South African missions in China and only 2 missions in India to cater to the needs of the 2.8 billion people living in those 2 countries, many of whom want to come to South Africa as tourists. Going forward, tour operators will submit an online group application and receive the outcome of their application digitally within just 3 days. Importantly, this new system was built in-house by harnessing the talent of the young people on Home Affairs' own software development team. I hope that with a matter of weeks, Minister Patricia de Lille and I will be able to welcome the first airplane full of tourists who would otherwise not have come to spend their money in South Africa. This is Home Affairs demonstrating the power of digital transformation to create jobs. Our commitment is to delivering dignity for all, both by giving people access to services and by driving job creation through visa reform, because nothing on
Honourable
earth
Minister,
delivers
your time has
dignity